salutations, 'tis I, Big Don, Rodan. I'm coming to you live from the 215, your comic book connoisseur, your sommelier of sci-fi and superheroes, here to welcome you to the Blerd Bar. Season 9, episode 1, season 9. I am not by myself, and the foolishness will ensue and continue because Jayhawk's here.
Hey, last descent in the Yasuke. Sub overdub for all anime, salsa dancer, ninja, stay on his toes, got a sake flight, ready to go, hailing from the land of sake, shinobi, and samurai. The boy is Godzilla personified, ain't no other name but this to go by. It's your boy, Jayhawk. Yeah,
man.
And we're here.
We are
and
here.
We're back. Like we never left.
We left, though.
But we're back like we never did.
Yeah. You know what's wild, though? Like, you went to a whole nother country.
I did.
That's wild.
I went to Japan. It was a ton of fun. I mean, it's honestly, it's one of those things that I've been telling everybody that if you, depending on the vacation that you want, you will find it. People are asking like, oh, what was your favorite? Because we went to Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo. Osaka,
you did a lot. That's a lot. It's like going to 3 different Disney parks.
It is, actually, because so what's wild is, we're going to skip ahead real quick, but like what's wild is that Tokyo, you don't understand what the biggest city in the world is until you go, and like their neighborhoods are as big as cities. Like, it was like every time we went to a different neighborhood, it was like, oh, this isn't like we're not going to like Ohio or something like that. No, We're just going to North Philly. Like that kind of thing. Like you're just going from South Philly to North Philly, but it feels like you're going to
Philly, but bigger.
It felt like New York, but bigger.
Huh.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know the science, so I don't know. I don't know
it was
how
wild.
big it is. How big is it?
How big is it? I think so when we heard the numbers, I think it was New York has like 8 billion people, whereas Tokyo has 32.
Okay.
So, math it out.
It's enough math for me.
Yeah, but no, Osaka had like some of the best food. We definitely ate the best in Osaka. Kyoto was just like the best like chill experience. That's where we did the 18 sake tasting. So that was a lot of fun. Had some ramen afterwards because it was necessary. And I think Tokyo is just really good for shopping and experiences that you may want to have like in the city, like city experiences.
Okay.
But I would probably live in Osaka and then like moonlight in Tokyo.
Hold on. Barely hear you guys.
You barely hear us.
All right,
Is that because we're not projecting?
Boy, oh boy.
Are we not up on the mic? Pause, because it's a new season.
But, you know, barely hear us. We'll try it now. How does it sound? If you don't mind, we're going to take a quick break and fix this. Thank you. And we're back. Hopefully we figured it out. We will be trying to project, mainly because we just keep having audio issues, and audio issues just be a thing.
Laura said that she can hear us.
Okay.
So, no offense, I don't know who said that, but
every application is different. Every device is different.
But also, is their volume up?
Well, we're not talking about that because we're live. We're recording the actual episode.
I'm just saying.
So,
I just wondered.
Let's see. What was?
So that's what I did for
that's
my
what you
son.
did this summer.
What'd you do for your son?
You know, travel to Japan.
Oh yeah,
this is what I did.
Did you?
Oh, I watched every single story that y'all posted. I was like, I can't go, but I'm there.
Yeah.
Y'all saved me on walking.
We tried to.
Saved me on airplane fare.
Yeah.
The food, I was like, some of this ain't for me. So
really?
I just skip past the ones that I didn't want. It was great. It was a great traveling experience for me.
So do you think you would like squid or no?
No.
No? All right. Well, we saved you.
I'm not adventurous at all. I am a chicken tenders kind of guy, you know?
They had fried chicken and mayo. Yeah, it sounds weird. Is
it like Kewpie mayo?
Huh?
Kewpie mayo is
What's
a different
Kewpie
kind of
mayo?
You can look it up afterwards. I'm not saying it right now. But Kewpie mayo is a different texture type of mayo.
Nah, I think this is just
This
mayo.
Just straight up. This is straight up mayonnaise.
Just mayo.
Okay.
Might have been aioli if they wanted to be fancy, but like
throw a little shoulder in it.
Yeah.
I'm not adventurous like that. For real. Like I can do sushi to a point. When it stopped saying salmon in there,
but they had Wagyu.
Sure, even that. Like, don't give me no blue rare. Blue rare.
Oh no, they like
I stab.
No, they flared it. They
what did my mom say? I kill you. Like, this is what it is.
They torched it in front of us. It was really dope.
Cool.
Yeah. What happened?
In life?
Yeah. Well, you know.
I mean,
enough.
I've always been picky.
Keep it high.
Yeah.
Keep it light.
You got the time?
No.
Summertime. I did do something, and it was more so for the sake of just the identity that I say I am to the Blerd Bar. Being the sommelier of sci-fi and superheroes,
did it for you guys.
I did it for y'all. Being the sommelier of sci-fi and superheroes, I realized that I don't watch a lot of the legendary or famous franchises of sci-fi sometimes.
Okay.
I've seen Star Wars. I've seen enough Star Trek. Still working through Doctor Who. Give me some time. But I didn't watch the Alien franchise. I've never watched it before. So I did that over the summer.
Oh, is that because though it's like a thriller slash horror?
It was horror based,
really
and that's not my vibe. However, I watched every single one of the Alien verse movies.
Okay.
So that included Alien vs Predator 1 and 2, Prometheus.
That's actually a really they probably have more movies than Star Wars.
Almost.
Then they must be neck and neck.
Alien vs Predator 1 and 2, Prometheus, and then you have
the original 3, right?
4. It was the original 4. And then Romulus, which I haven't seen yet. But
okay.
And now I'm I've already seen those movies, so I got to see that.
How's that journey been?
What y'all doing? Is what I want to ask. I understand we hold things that we love, and there's this nostalgia thing that happens where you're like, I'm gonna let it rock because we in here together. No, what y'all be doing? Because Aliens 3 and 4 should have never happened.
Really?
Should have never happened.
So is this because you think is it kind of Fast, the Fast series where it's why does this keep being made? Is it just the cash cow thing, or is it is there something there? Because with Predator, that franchise, I'm there's something here. Y'all just haven't really delivered, except for the first one in Prey.
Okay.
You know
so
what I mean?
I'm working my way through those next. But I took a break from that kind of style. But and I'll explain that. I'll explain why in a minute. But yeah, Aliens, the first two are great. Even for the time that they were made.
Right.
Great. Hold up. They hold up now. Them 3 and 4. What is it? Aliens.
Okay.
Or I think it's Aliens Resurrection and Aliens 3, or Aliens 3 and then
you would
Aliens
know more than I.
Resurrection. I just saw them and I want to forgive them.
That's unfortunate.
There's at some point you can't just, the ceiling is a ceiling.
You can't top it.
You can't sit there and be like, nah, we could do better. Sometimes the ceiling's the ceiling, baby, and you gotta understand your limits.
We are here, and that's great. Let's just match it.
Yeah, oddly enough, my oldest started preschool this week. She didn't realize preschool is the beginning of the rest of her life. She was like, first week of preschool done, I'm done. I need no more schooling. I participated in the fun. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for letting me go. And that's enough of that.
She thought it was just like camp or something?
She didn't even think it was camp. She was just like, I want to go to preschool when I want to go to preschool.
Oh.
Baby, you don't clock out.
I show up when I show up. I just show up.
After a while, tardies start getting written.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
Stuff like that. So I think the illusion of it being a choice went away. And that's kind of where I feel Aliens 3 and 4.
The first part of innocence has died.
Yeah. That's when you lose it, right? Is when you realize, like, oh, this is not a game.
Oh, I got to show up every day.
Every day.
Oh,
and
cool.
Aliens 3 and 4 was like, I got to show up. Man.
But they didn't have to.
They didn't. They didn't have to do it. And then Alien versus Predator, still good. Still in there. We're having a great time with Alien versus Predator.
The first one.
First one.
Yeah. The first.
To clarify, the first one. Then the second one happens. I don't know who dropped the ball there. Casting, whatever. Just
no, because the second one.
The second one's where the hybrid Predator Xenomorph.
Sure, but isn't that like Michael Keegan Key and
No.
Sterling K. Brown?
What? No.
That's not them? Then
No.
they must be in Predators.
That's in Predators. That's when things start getting silly. You see? When stuff start getting silly, I can't take you serious as a franchise. But anyway, then I jumped over to Mad Max.
Okay.
Shouldn't have done that.
Really?
I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I had a handle on my.
I feel like that's like old nostalgia. Like that's nostalgia.
The first one is pure acid trip. Second one kind of makes sense, and you kind of get it.
But is it a fun acid trip though? Like is
no,
it like,
the first
oh my
one
goodness,
just
this
like,
is like this is just so wild and crazy.
It's
It's
crazy
so...
jump cuts, poorly timed editing, like all that. Second one, a little better, a little more cohesive. Third one, Tina Turner's in it, and I'm like, hey,
how'd we get here?
Not to mention she's like also like the leading track on the song, like the.
Oh well,
the
that's why
soundtrack.
she's in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I get the iconic style that's happening and taking place, but it's not enough to hold it. Doesn't hold water very well. Then we get to the modern day ones, Furiosa and Fury Road. Both great films
with what's his name?
Tom Hardy's in Fury Road, and I just finished those. I enjoyed them. Would I go back? I'm okay. I'm good. But let me know which other franchise, if I've seen them already, I probably have. But I just want to do a better job of being a sommelier in sci-fi and superheroes to give recommendations to other people.
Gotcha.
That's all.
That's going to be hard, though, because like, I feel like a lot, especially people in our age group,
see a lot of sci-fi.
Not even that. I think that I think they hold those franchises in such high esteem.
Ooh.
It's kind of like, remember one time we were having like this argument about Spider-Man 2.
Oh.
And you were like, Spider-Man 2, oh my goodness, it's so amazing. I was like, have you watched it recently? And so...
Still haven't, but I'm gonna do it just so we got that conversation. Don't worry about it. We're gonna do it. We will finish that.
But I think it's one of those things where it's like people remember the experience and they talk about, oh, we went to the theater with all of our friends, and you know what I mean. Like
I had a good time.
There's
man.
so much more involved with. I would imagine why people like these certain franchises.
I had a good time.
That's
all right,
great.
that's all I gotta say.
It's a beautiful thing.
Moving on. For the cocktail, Uncle Nearest, 1856. Working my way through it. I'm almost done it. By the time, I don't know. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna say this episode, but it might be. Anyway, what do we got for content?
We're gonna start. Well, there's two ways we could go. Oh well, you said content, so that's actually only one.
I said
way.
content.
There's only one way you can
go.
Because the culture is for something else.
No more talk. We go in, we fight, we kill. Mad Max reference. Right. Yeah, that's all I got.
For content, we have cartoons that would be on the government watch
Cartoon
list.
Characters?
Yes.
So we're only picking how many?
Well, there's not top 10, but like 10 cartoons.
All right. We're going to pick
cartoon
10 characters. Cool.
Would be
you do
on
5, I do 5?
Yeah.
Works for me.
All right. Up top, I'm going to say, I almost made it political. but I'm gonna say Cyborg.
I'm gonna just give you a little boop because he was on my list. But yes,
Okay.
I know why.
Well, he can hack into almost anything and everything. Like,
gotta like it.
you got to put him on the list. Like, he's for good now, but if he has a bad day,
Right? Wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, gets a virus.
right? Anything.
Might be a common cold, and the next thing you know, it's
And
just
now he's out here.
got all the launch codes.
Now he's out here with COVID.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
All right.
get tested.
Dexter
Dexter's Lab?
from Dexter's Laboratory.
Stop it! I made this while you were doing stuff, so there's no.
I didn't even see it. Dexter's Lab. Dexter.
Yes.
He be having bad days.
He's just still
Straight
a
up.
child, so it's like he just be like, my sister, da, da,
Right.
da, da.
Very
it's-
tunnel minded.
Yeah.
But the moment, Dee,
The moment he's like 18, like and like actually like in college or like doing like just
for
doing
real,
stuff,
like he really didn't go through puberty while we watched them.
right?
Jump forward a few years.
5,
Is there
10.
any world
Yeah.
that he's not running?
It could get. I don't think he'd be running it. It would just be like, he upset all the street lights again, like for no like reason. Like
I'm mad. Get out of my room, Mom.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely him. Luis Belcher,
Ooh. I see it.
with especially in her universe,
Yeah.
it could get wild really fast just
Yeah.
because like she says the right things to the right people.
Louise from Bob's Burgers is probably one of my favorite. That
She's
might be
definitely my favorite character, but she's definitely a problem. Like,
You almost want to see it for your daughter, and then you're like, I don't want to be invited to any parent-teacher meetings.
She leans Sith. I'm not gonna say that she's full Sith, but she leans heavy.
I see it. Stewie,
Yeah.
which is an obvious choice.
Yeah.
We've already seen what he thought he could achieve in the show. Stewie makes sense to me.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Anya Forger from Spy Family
She's psychic.
or Spy X Family, however you
Spy
want to.
Family is the word to do.
However you want to say it.
Anya makes sense because psychic.
It's also one of those things where it would be like she would get into stupid antics that would like start the dominoes.
She's also not smart,
Right.
Like academically smart,
Right. She's like an
So.
agent of chaos,
Yeah.
where it's like she's kind of like Dee Dee, actually, who should probably actually be on the list. But like it's kind of worse because she's like telepathic and she may mean well or she may truly not mean well. Either way,
It
it's
can
just
go
like a
south either way.
small domino
Yeah.
that like, yeah.
Tommy Pickles.
What?
Tommy Pickles.
No.
I stand 10 toes on this.
No.
Tommy Pickles deserves to be on every watch list.
That's wild considering Angelica is in the same show.
See, right. You know why? Because I feel like Angelica's issue is not her, like she'll grow out of that. That's something she'll grow out of being. Because she's just a bully right now. Right? We see Angelica as a bully. Tommy Pickles, with a rubber plastic screwdriver, has created more chaos, has had murderous intent with his newborn baby brother at one point. Tommy Pickles goes on my list immediately.
Nah.
All right, you bugging.
Nah.
You bugging.
There's like Phil and Lil.
They eat dirt.
They are the
They eat
they
dirt.
are the henchmen.
Yeah. Tommy Pickles, mastermind.
Nah.
He's running things from the background.
But he's so
Calling-
nice.
I'd watch him. I'd watch him close. Every episode he has broken out of his cage or baby gate with a screwdriver that he keeps putting in his diaper.
Nobody
changes
checks
it.
it.
Nobody's
checks it.
changing Tommy Pickles. Tell me why no one's changing Tommy Pickles and be like, hey, what's this screwdriver doing down his diaper?
I can't tell you. That sounds like bad parenting.
They're bad parents and should be on this list, but I'm saying Tommy Pickles.
It should be on the list for bad parenting.
Just bad parents. But Tommy Pickles
Government watch list for
has-
bad parenting.
Tommy Pickles has been in a toy store overnight, and no one was like, hey, where's my baby? Because he picked the right size doll with the right counterweight.
It sounds like we need to set him up for espionage.
I'm saying Tommy Pickles is a problem.
We need to get him a job in the right field.
Tommy Pickles would be on a watch list.
You got to use him properly. You can't.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't bring him in as a console. I'm saying he should be on a watch list.
I think that he should be on payroll. He's going to get the job done.
Once again, not saying he won't be working as a CIA operative.
Sure.
He's on a watch list.
Okay.
Because what if he just turns?
All right. Fair enough.
Where are we at? Was that mine? So 6.
Well, technically, because like we had 2 of the same.
Yeah.
Which is wild. I'm kind of surprised that you didn't put Luis on yours. Okay.
I like Louise enough to be like,
don't watch her, guys. Nepotism.
She would have been my Nepo choice.
Oh, jeez. I said Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Like Batman.
Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Jason Todd, yeah.
He
might
be low level.
No. He's on
but
list. He's on list.
Yeah.
Even working for the Outlaws, he's on list.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I was going to say Damian Wayne.
He was a strong second.
Damian Wayne's is on future watch list.
Yeah. He is a strong second.
There's like DC gods that are like, hey, keep an eye on him.
Yeah, that one.
Raise him right. Make him big and strong. Sid from Hey Arnold.
Which one was he?
I'm going to break it down for you. Remember the day there was an episode where he was supposed to be the ball wrangler and give out the kickballs and dodgeballs, and you may not remember this episode. He locks himself in the principal's office and starts attacking everyone with like dodgeballs and footballs, like straight up. I won't say it here to not, I'm saying, but there was some tendencies that'd be like, hey, stop picking on Sid, because Sid he gonna crash out in a way that it's not gonna be appealing to everybody. And I need somebody else in the chat or who's watching to be like, hey, I remember this episode because he was a problem. He locked himself in the room. It made it a whole hostage situation. Arnold got involved. He was like, all right,
Arnold got involved.
Right, because Arnold can't mind his business. It's just what it is. But Sid makes sense to me. And
Sid from Hey Arnold?
Yes.
Hey Arnold.
No, not Sid. Oh, it's not Sid. What's his name?
Because Sid looks like a hustler kid.
Sid's hustler kid. He grows up to be a drug dealer. That's not the same. What's his name?
What does he look? Is he a mouth breather?
Curly.
Curly?
Yes.
The bully dude?
Nope. Curly.
Curly from Hey Arnold. Oh.
Yes. You see it. You see it. You get it.
One of the pictures is him like throwing a tantrum.
Yes.
So like
Curly. It was Curly. Moving on. You got
somebody else that we haven't mentioned.
That was your last one, actually.
Well, no, those were my 5 because remember we just had 2 that matched.
We did.
We had Cyborg and Dexter.
You can pick one more. I can pick one more, and then we move on.
The last person who should be on a watch list that is a cartoon, I would say, Deadpool.
He's not really on a lot of cartoons. I don't know how many cartoons he's been in. I think he's been in 1 episode or something.
Okay, fair. All right. You want a real cartoon? Go ahead. If you got a real cartoon, go ahead.
No, I think I've...
Roger Klotz.
Roger Klotz? Once again, I think bullies grow out of it. Mainly because everybody else grows up, and...
I think unchecked, they become the J.D. Vances of the world. Like, it's just like...
Well, if it wasn't political before...
Right, though? Like, you can see, like, Roger Klotz's trajectory, like, unchecked with enough yes men, like...
Running for president?
No, he tries it, but it's like, vice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he's, like, bitter about it, but, like, he also won't turn it down, because it's like, why not?
I feel like... Especially when we see middle-aged bullies in like these shows, they turn out being okay later on.
Whatchamacallit? Back to the Future.
Oh.
That was a whole lineage of just like people who just couldn't do
right. That's because people kept messing with time. That's all I gotta say. That's how I. If you just let time be time,
I know about that.
My man ended up working in a, you know.
He was a custodian.
Yeah. Karma had found him.
Yeah.
People kept messing with time. So he was like, don't mind
Why
if I
not?
do. Right.
Why not?
You know, what's the worst that could possibly happen? Anyway, yeah, let us know if you got any cartoon characters that didn't make our list. Put them in the comments. And
we'll go from there.
Yeah, you can go from there. Culture. Culture been busy. Especially since we've been going for a little bit. Lee Daniels made a movie.
What was that?
Deliverance. We don't have enough time on this episode to talk about it. But let us know if you want us to talk about it, because we can talk about it later on. Kendrick Lamar got the Super Bowl.
He got the Super Bowl.
He got the Super Bowl
after a stunning performance.
Hold on. the comments just popped up here. Arnold, you know why. This is my wife in the comments talking about why she thinks Arnold should be on the watch list. Mainly because of his room and how he just pressed buttons and got secret compartments and stuff, and there's no explanation for it.
Well, like, where's the money coming from?
Right.
I mean,
it's a red flag, maybe.
Is it?
You know,
he has a man
his own room.
cave. He has a little man cave.
She was like, there's no way. How's he getting this stuff?
I mean, the finances.
He got access to get out of his own room without passing through everybody else, the rest of the building, and can get to the roof.
Definitely got to follow the numbers with that one. But outside of that,
your grandparents are landlords. That's not enough money to be like.
I mean, they are in New York. I don't know.
Should be more of a red flag.
Nah, that's real. But yeah, Kendrick, I don't even know if you can say like he secured the spot or the
I feel like once they make an announcement, you got it. Unless you do something incredibly awful between here and now.
Sure, but it's not like I don't know because I don't know the process, but I don't think there's like a ton of people vying for it. You think? You think like
I
it's
think
like,
there is, but I also think it's a selection of Jay-Z. Like it's just a business thing. And Jay-Z seeing the cultural wave of Kendrick Lamar was like, who's everybody going to tune in to see? Yeah. We already knew Not Like Us was going to be a part of the NFL, clips and stingers. And
you think so? Not yet.
Not yet. They haven't cleared it yet. And I'm assuming it's because Kendrick's like, I'm waiting. Whoever give me a good offer.
Who do you think is going to be a part of his show?
If anyone. If anyone.
Really?
I could see potentially...
I can see a lot of TDE.
But even then,
like SZA.
You don't. At this point, you don't have to.
You don't have to, but I think he shows love to like...
He will show love. I don't think it'll be the Little Wing.
Wow, really?
I don't.
Cause of the tribe?
The tribe. You don't do it. You're smart. I also do think that's another reason that may have influenced Jay-Z's decision on not giving it to Lil Wayne, because it's in New Orleans, right? Everyone is already saying, "Hey, this should be Lil Wayne."
But I think, if Kendrick does it, and extends it to at least like Lil Wayne, it's interesting and it gets more buzz. And if he does squash the beef, what bigger stage than the Super Bowl? Though the way that he talked about this man over the course of like 3, 4, 5 tracks, I don't know if that's happening.
I don't think that's the move.
I think that's gonna be what.
However,
happens.
Kendrick plays chess while the rest of us watch checkers, and it is what it is. Literally happened today, or in the last few hours. How you feel about this 1,000 bottles of baby oil being found in Diddy's house?
Is that what was found?
It's on the list of things that were found.
1,000 bottles?
1,000 bottles.
Well, this is a live reaction.
Thought I'd just spring it on you while I'm here.
I think it's, I guess it's par for the course. Apparently, he had a name for them because I was watching Philip DeFranco, and he was like, they were called like not Freaknik, but like a freak out or something like that. Like
the freak out thing that's known for a while. Yeah,
is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't be in them circles.
I mean, they've been talking about him for a while, but
that's it's wild that he's still like, nah, this didn't happen.
There's no other plea to make.
I mean, you could just be
for
guilty
for the charges he's got. There's no other plea but to say, no, I didn't do this. Otherwise, if you say yeah, you might as well be like, yeah, I'm Thanos too. Like,
I mean, if that be your life, like,
there's no way out of this unless you be like, you gotta prove it. How you know it's me? I don't even know how to hog tie. Like, all these things, they have to prove it. Otherwise,
yeah, no, I mean, it's just wild. It's just a wild thing to think about that, like, these things are happening, and it's unfortunate to be honest, and for real, for all of the victims, because like,
right.
I totally understand, like, oh my goodness, we're partying at Diddy's house. Oh my God, it's like
they all gotta go.
Like 5 years ago, if not even 5, let's say 3 years ago, Diddy was like, oh my goodness, I saw the Blerd bar. That's amazing. I want to come fly you guys out to the party. You wouldn't go? You wouldn't have went 3 years ago?
Not to a party.
I'd have went.
You invite. That's fine.
I also.
Right, you represent both of us when you go. So at this point,
do you really want that? You really want me representing
at a Diddy party?
Both of us
at a Diddy party? Probably not. But if you were like Diddy invited y'all to a business meeting, I'm on the next plane.
But like, the party is the meeting sometimes.
I'm not a party person in general. Like, if you say you throwing a party, it's because you're my friend. That I'm like,
I'll show up for like an hour. You got 2 hours,
right? unless it's fun. Like, unless I'm having fun, and
I don't. Unless it's fun.
Unless it's fun. Like, cool. You get a free pass of 2 hours.
Sure.
But if it's fun, who knows? 3.5.
Oh, jeez.
Buckle up. I'm here now. But
yeah, no, I think
no.
It sucks, and it sucks because the power dynamics and all of the things.
I also, like you said, 3 years ago, I've known how I felt about Diddy personally for a while. That I would probably be like, nah.
Why'd you feel that way about Diddy?
Like, conspiracy wise, I've always kind of been like, yeah, he behind it.
Behind what though? Because there wasn't. What's this?
Yeah.
It's water and orange fruit flavoring.
Oh, man.
You put me out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to know. It was like, I can put it in there. This is what I wanted. I just wanted to elevate it. But
sure.
no, it's okay.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm good. It's okay. I'm good.
Why did you like?
It's okay. I was like, if you said it was juice, maybe I would have been like, yeah, but yeah, like orange flavor.
You don't like orange?
You said orange flavoring, and I was
sure.
like, it's okay. Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, no, he's never sat right.
Why?
Just growing up, like, you hear stuff, you be like, did he set up Biggie? Diddy's always been like an aggressive personality and like business.
Outside of the Dave Chappelle skit, I really haven't heard much of anything. But to be honest, if you take the Dave Chappelle skit to heart, it's like, that's weird.
Starting to add up now, right?
That's weird.
Starting to click. And
Cambodian breast milk, that's weird. That's
but I stand by this for like any person that has a certain amount of zeros attached to their name. You have to have done something weird to stay rich. That kind of rich, you done something weird.
Well, what has Kevin Hart done?
I don't know yet.
I don't think that's
when that information
true.
gets revealed to me, I'll let you know. I'm just saying.
Denzel hasn't done anything.
He don't have those kind of zeros. He has fame, but I'm talking about dollar value. Denzel's not in the top 1% when you have these conversations. We talk about him in regards to movies like that, but entrepreneur types. after a while, when you be like, billionaire, you did something. They got something on you to let you into that club. That's how I feel.
To let you into the club?
I strongly stand by it.
So what did
I don't know.
What's her name? Is it Kylie?
I don't know. But
I think she just became. What did Rihanna do?
To this point, I don't know. But
Maybe they didn't do anything.
I'm saying there's something weird when you have those amount of zeros because the other elites don't let you in unless they got something on you.
I don't think it's a thing that you can let.
I just said this is crazy conspiracy theories, and this is on the podcast, and I'm trying not to get into it before I go missing. But that's how I feel. It's how I feel. Tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm just saying I stand by it.
I'm just saying
I stand by it.
When we start making a lot of zeros,
at a certain number of zeros, someone's going to approach us and be like, "Hey, how you feel about Cambodian breast milk?
How you feel about goat milk?"
Yeah. And you might be like, "Nah, I'll give it a try." And that's when you're like
the Blerd part.
The documentary will be, and then Dan exited the. Because I just feel like there's always a price attached to being dumb rich. Like being dumb rich, somebody got something on you. Ethically, something shifts because now you're above certain things. You can pay people to not be indicted for certain things, or if you stop paying those people, they be like, "Hey, he got 1,000 baby bottles of baby oil in his house. Go check that out.
Go check that out. What's he doing with all those baby bottles?
Or you try to buy a NBC or something like that. This is a joke. He did that. He's serving his time. Bill Cosby. That was a Bill Cosby joke. That's what it was. But trying to own Sony. And
he's not even that rich though. Cosby?
He had money. He had a lot of money.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he do like writing?
He just was stashing it, I guess, but he was trying to, Anyway, moving on. That's not what this is about. I'm just saying, if you got certain numbers, a certain amount of zeros behind your name, you're doing something weird, and we know it. That's all I'm saying.
And we know it. We all know it.
That's all I'm saying.
We all know it. Everybody knows it. It's a known fact. Did you see that? You saw that debate?
Oh, I watched it. It was a great time.
It was an interesting time.
It was. When I say a great time, I don't mean for me. I'm saying for the sake of clips for both sides.
Sure.
Great time.
Great time.
Somebody was like, boop, clip that. My favorite line that was said.
Or not said.
No, it was said. It was said. Agent Orange goes, "They respect your president." And I really wished more people were in the room with me when I watched it, because I was like, my man, he looked at the camera and everything was like, "Yeah, president." He didn't say "your," he said "yeah, president," and put some Z's in that president, and I was like,
"Pander,
this guy get it."
Does he get it? Does he get it? Does he?
No, absolutely not. The whole thing of them eating the dogs and the cats thing,
that was wild. He doubled down on that. I was like, oof.
Well, I mean,
you're here now.
A woman from Springfield put that in a Facebook post.
Oh, because that's legitimate news.
Well, where else is he going to get? Where else is he going to get this
from
stuff?
TV? That's what he said. He said he got it from TV.
Sure, but she made it viral. He hears about it. Give him he's going to run. He will run. It's John Mulaney all over again. Letting a horse in a hospital is, and to be fair, on the other side, she said absolutely nothing beyond being like, "See, he's dumb. He's silly. He say hateful stuff."
She talked about some policies. I'm not gonna say that she
did not talk about policies in the way that were like, "You got a plan?" Because the same
right.
She didn't have to be asked, "Do you have a plan?" Mainly because once they asked him, "You got a plan?" "I got concepts of a plan."
Right.
That was the best thing I've heard out of his mouth. Was like, "Hey, to be honest, I don't know what I've been doing for the last 8 years, but I got concepts." concept art is sometimes the best thing in
Stop
comic
it.
book.
Stop it.
I got concept art right here.
You're giving
Look.
real black Republican.
I'm just saying, concept art is concepts, baby.
All right. Anywho, we're done with that one.
No,
But
I know it's nonsense, and at the end of the day, listen to people talk. They're politicians, man. And I'd be like, you gonna say whatever you want your side to hear. Meanwhile, I'm broke. And I'm like, help me help you. Y'all keep coming after me. At the end of the day, y'all not talking to anybody else but the middle class and being like, they got the money. It's right over there. Take it from them.
I have so many.
You don't go to Diddy and be like, hey, give us your money.
That's a different thing. It's not even this podcast.
No. Because we're not a political podcast. We are black nerds who talk about nerdy stuff.
Let's talk about some of the things that we did that set us up to be excited for this season.
Oh,
like Power Ranger. Was it Power Ranger Station or Power Ranger Con?
Go-Go Ranger Station.
Go-Go
Season 4
Ranger
technically
Station.
is what it was called.
Okay. That was a lot of fun.
We did that.
Yeah.
We were there.
We were there with the Sengoku Rangers, which are they are a hilarious bunch, and if we could fit them in this studio,
we have to be in a pavilion, a lit pavilion with picnic tables. We might have to do like a Blerd bar cookout.
That would be so much fun because they were truly a hilarious bunch. Like, to accept us into the fold, because they were doing like their own little photo shoot.
And we was just standing there for real.
I took some photos, but like
I took like 2 or 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You got in there.
Yeah, President.
But the way that they accepted us into the fold and just, I don't know, it did feel like welcome in a way of like, hey, come hang out with us. You want some photos? Get some photos. Like,
no gatekeeping.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I didn't even notice. Apparently, the Pink Ranger, she's like big time. I mean, technically, they're all big
all
time.
important people.
Yeah, they're all
really
important people. But I was like, oh snap, you got like a
Power Rangers Unworthy.
Power Rangers Unworthy. Met with them. That was really cool. Hope to have them on the podcast sooner or later.
We met actual Power Rangers, people who were actually on the show.
Karen Ashley.
That was
a lot of
fire.
fun. We met Sky, who is Tommy's daughter.
Sky Frank? Oh, why am I? Yes, Sky Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, we met a lot of people.
Yeah.
Brendan J. McLaren.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was a very fun time.
I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, or I guess nerd about it. Like, we grew up.
Star Wars? Is that
I've been drinking. Power Rangers. I'm also not. I'm gonna say that clear right here. I'm awake now. I want to clarify to everybody right now. I am denouncing myself as a Star Wars fan. Right here, right now.
Whoa.
I like Star Wars. I've watched everything, but I'm no longer calling myself a fan.
Why?
You
don't want to be a mouth
the hate
breather
in a Star Wars fan's
breather.
heart is not. I ain't got enough energy for it. The way y'all go after shows that you don't like anymore.
Oof.
My God.
Acolyte.
R.I.P. man.
What happened there?
A lot of things, but largely a lot of things.
I think that is truly a fan-driven cancellation.
I would agree, but the views are also telling about the show. Now, if there's hate behind that, sure. I also feel like people actually watched and hated it, which I didn't love the show. I'm probably more negative than I am positive about the show. There were great things. We've talked about this. Great action, great ideas and concepts. Execution falls a little flat. Mainly because the product of that time doesn't really...
Product of what time?
The product of the High Republic era of Star Wars is just them being bad cops. Like,
sure. But I mean,
all the Jedis end up being like, with the exception of like Yoda,
sure,
and some other characters you throw in there, everybody else is just like, yeah, I know how to use the Force.
Shady cop at best.
At best, not turning in records, not filling them out. Poorly done cops.
But if there was no time, like what better time
to throw in some intrigue
to do that storyline than present.
I don't think we were far enough removed from the Skywalker saga. I don't think so. I think
but what was the
throwing in the showing Yoda, who's been alive for almost 100 years, you gotta get away from it. They had Ki-Adi-Mundi in there.
Oh, you think the fact that they showed Yoda is kind of like, well, when is Mace Windu, or when is somebody else going to show up? Or
the way the Star Wars fans' minds work is how they string together timelines. Like that's the biggest thing about a Star Wars nerd.
But I think
is dates and
sure. But I think that's the biggest thing with anything that you do with continuity, right?
Sure.
Like especially something like Star Wars, because like you know that it's all supposed to tie in. So like, when are these people like showing up?
Which is why you either have to go far enough back or far enough forward. We say this all the time.
That's true.
Or give us just a new story that doesn't have to do with the rest of the drama. Like, I think Jedis and Sith don't really tell a compelling story anymore. It's always good versus evil. They thought they tried something new.
That's what I was going to say. I thought they tried to do a nuanced thing with, what's his name, The Stranger. But, like, I feel like they tried to play him nuanced, but he still came across as, nah, bro, you're just evil. You're just just putting a different
And then
spin on
they changed the color of her clothes. She cut her hair with the lightsaber. Like, it just, there's so many things that I think they thought would be really cool to throw in there. Nah. But I think there's hope down the line. I know that there's actually a Mace Windu series being rumored. I'm less excited about Star Wars stuff at the moment. Honestly, the best thing I've seen about Star Wars lately was the Lego Rebuild the Galaxy thing on Disney Plus.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They did the Lego animation a little bit, like that frame skips.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of cool. You actually see Darth Jar Jar as a character.
That's funny.
It's Legos. It's silly. It's not extremely dark, but there's a lot of good references that lighten the mood, because Acolyte wasn't it. But yeah, man, there's a few other things we're excited about this season. Kaiju Kent's stopping by this season.
Whoa, Kaiju Kent.
And I can't tell you what it is, but it's going to be dope. And we'll be playing games this season. We're almost to season 10, guys.
That's going to be
And we appreciate y'all rocking with us, for real, because 10 seasons.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
It's 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
But
we're getting there. We're going to make it. Just not too many zeros. But
unless you're inviting us to a party.
Nope.
With baby oil.
And invite Josh. I'm not going. Is there anything else?
I think that's mainly it. There's the Cellar that you've been posting on.
I've been doing comic book reviews now.
That's been really good.
Anything that's 5 years or older. So if you want to send me comic books that you think I should review, let me know. I will either, if you want to gift them to me, that's even better. But if I got to buy it, you know what I'm saying? We'll get there.
We'll get to it.
Courage the Cowardly Dog and Hear Me. Okay, this is a reference to
the top 10 or 10 cartoons that should be on watch list.
Okay. Let's see. Not because we need to keep eyes on him as a threat, but to handle any threat that would come to Earth.
Oh, so kind of like a canary.
Or is he literally a dog whistle?
Something like that. All right.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah. We will see y'all next week. You don't get this live next week unless you're subscribed to Patreon, or you have to wait till Friday. But as we always like to say here, y'all have a blessed night. And peace.
Deuces.